All right, guys. Well, welcome everybody to our call today. Thank you so much for popping on. I wanted to just say Happy New Year to everyone. We're really excited that all of you are on. 69 people on so far. I'm sure more people will pop on. So I'm going to go first. I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet. Got to take our big daughter to gymnastics. And so I wanted to share a couple things with you. If you're new, if you're a brand new ambassador, if you haven't been with us for very long, welcome. We're so excited that we're kicking off the new year with you. If you've been here for a while, I'm excited that you stuck around and that you are ready to kick off this year and make it the best year yet with Plexus. Now, if you've been around for a while, you've probably overcome some obstacles of some sort. All of us dealt with back office Armageddon of last year, and you guys are the people that are still standing. So congratulations for those of you that have overcome. It was not easy, but I'm excited for so many reasons, and I'm going to go through all of that. One of which is that we get a new back office soon. I don't have a date, but it's coming soon. For those of you that have been around, if you've been around for a while, I've been saying this for a little bit, this business, it's not something you do for 2 months and quit if you really want to make it a business. You're going to be around for a while. And if you're going to be around for a while, life happens. Good and bad, great, amazing things happen. And hard, horrendous, terrible things happen just in your own personal life. So if you've been around for a while and you've gone through some seasons in 2016, again, congratulations for making it through. I know just like on my Facebook feed, I just was hearing like everyone saying that 2016 was like the worst year. And I can't say that it was the worst year for us. There was some really hard stuff, but I'm excited for what 2017 holds. So with that, Steph, is my video pinned? Is it just on my end? Okay, cool. So with that, I just wanted to kind of go over a couple reasons why you should be so excited about this 2017. Obviously, we have life-changing products. Obviously, we have a comp plan that is unmatched. Those things haven't changed. But I have 5 new things that we can be excited about and brag about and have full confidence in. Number 1, some of you may have seen this on Facebook. We got an A+ business rating from the Better Business Bureau. You guys, that is huge. All your people that tell you that Plexus is a scam, you don't get an A+ business rating from the Better Business Bureau. Now, last year when we had some shipping issues, some back office stuff, that was reflected in our score. So I am so thankful that our corporate team has worked so hard to get us back up to an A+ standing. You guys take confidence in that. Be proud of that. That's huge. Second, this was also leaked. They were going to announce it on Super Saturday, but it's been leaked on social media, so I'll share it here. Success from Home. If you haven't seen it already, it's a magazine in Barnes & Noble. You can go get it. Success is an entrepreneur business magazine. Success from Home is a magazine exclusively for businesses from home. We were featured a couple years ago, and now we're featured again. So that's super exciting. Again, you guys, businesses that are a scam don't get featured a full spread. I mean, the entire magazine is dedicated to us. So I'm excited, super excited for that. You guys, bragging rights, check all of that out. Number 3, if you're new, you just get to experience this. If you've been around for a while, this is huge, like life-changing, so different. Clinical studies, you guys. We have clinical studies on our products. When Steph and I started, we didn't have any of this stuff. I mean, nothing. And even some of the stuff I'm going to keep talking about. Clinical studies, clinically proven. And you know why we didn't? It's really expensive. It's really time consuming. And as a new company, we just weren't in a place to have that. And now we have 5 products. The Triplex, the Pink Drink Probio and BioCleanse has a whole clinical study. Edge and Block, all clinical, and Mega X is clinically proven as well. Now, if you're not familiar with that, again, I'm telling you this so you can have full confidence in what we have. Go into your back office, click on tools, then click on shareables. You'll find all of the information. It's beautiful. Like I said, you guys, we did not have any of this. I mean, nothing. We were making our, our graphics with whatever Photify and I mean, ghetto looking graphics. I mean, beautiful, beautiful stuff. We have an incredible corporate team. You guys, this is stuff that you should know about. Go in and read it. Now, those of you that are green, those of you that love ingredients, love the details, love the nitty gritty, you're going to love that. Remember, not everybody is green. Not everybody needs to know all the clinical studies, so don't blast that on your social media all the time. Periodically is okay. But it's really good, again, so you can have confidence in our company, confidence in our products. Number 4, incredible, incredible training. So I'll start with our team. I feel like, man, our team's training is top notch. If you guys are not getting on our team trainings, you are missing out. I see people that are not propelling forward. Those are the same people that are not hopping on trainings. We have 7 jewels now on Team Espling. 7, you guys. That's 7 people with 7 different walks of life, 7 different perspectives, 7 different expertise that you can glean from. Take advantage of all of that. And from a corporate standpoint, you guys that are going to Super Saturday, I'm hosting Orange County. It's legit. I mean, I went to Super Saturday 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whatever year that was. I mean, it was literally like reading notes from a paper. This training is amazing. They're focusing on the rank up roadmap, getting people to silver. We're going to have such good material for our teams. You guys, I'm saying all of this so you can feel confident in what we have. We have a firm foundation in our company. And then finally, number 5, the 60-day trim up. Oh my gosh. Those of us that have been around for a while, we have been begging for something like this. They have been working on this for, at least 6 months, tons of money, tons of time and resources. And they have invested in getting people to buy our weight loss products. Those of you that have been around for a while, we know most people that quit because they don't see weight loss and they don't see it fast. So this program will help people stick with it for at least 2 months, which most don't stick with it for 2 months, and get the support that they need and get just have that motivation to stick around. So this is your opportunity to reach out to everyone, every inactive ambassador, every inactive customer, every ambassador, every potential, everyone is thinking about their health right now, you guys, whether they've tried Plexus before and failed, which probably was a user error, but reach out to them again. It's a great opportunity. 60 days to trim up. And again, 60 days, you're not happy, get your money back. So I'm so thrilled about 2017 and the direction our company is going. You should have so much confidence in our products, in our company, and just the amazing things that are happening at Plexus. So really quickly, I want you to just remember, all of this is awesome and great, right? All of this is incredible. But if you don't work it, if you don't open up your mouth, it means nothing. You could have the cure for cancer in your hand, and if you don't give it to someone that needs it, it's irrelevant. So I want to charge you and challenge you with all this beautiful stuff that we have going on. Only you can change your business. Only you really have the power to impact those around you in a significant, significant way. So really quickly, you should be taking notes. And if you are, I want you to write this down, and you can do it later. You don't have to do it right now. I want you to write down 2016, what I personally take responsibility for. So this is kind of a hard, tough love question. So for a lot of you that were in our business in 2016, maybe 2016 wasn't your best year. Maybe you had a lot of personal stuff going on. Maybe a lot of people left your team. Whatever that maybe is, there's so many things we can't control, right? We can't control shipping. We can't control detox. We can't control, whatever. We can't control a lot of things. But there is a lot we can control. So write down what you personally take responsibility for. If you're not where you're at in your business, where did you drop the ball? And I'm not saying this to beat yourself up. Know that there's no condemnation, there's no shame, there's no, you should have done better. This is to help you, because we have to start somewhere, right? If we think we're working all the time, we're working so hard and nothing's happening, and really we're not, then we're just fooling ourselves and we can't move forward. So if you're not where you're at, what do you take responsibility for? If you want to promote, are you working like you want to promote? Like working hard every day, all the time. Amber, Stephanie, and I did a training with our Golden Above leaders. And, somebody was complaining about saying, it was so easy for you guys. Oh, that makes me so mad. Because I'm like, I don't see people hustling like we were hustling trying to get to Emerald. So if maybe Emerald's not your goal, but if it is, what could you do more? So take a look at your calendar for January, for tomorrow, for this week. Look at your calendar. What can you do? Maybe that's 15-minute phone calls twice a week with people on your team. 15 minutes is not a lot. I'm not asking you to do 2 hours of time. Could you do 15 minutes? Maybe you could do more, even better. What could you do? Could you do one meeting a month with your team? If you're looking at a whole 30 days, can you fit one meeting in there? Probably. You could probably do more than that. Are you taking time every single day to reach out to people? Put it in your schedule, you guys. Reach out to people, respond to Facebook messages, 15 minutes, or if you can do 30 minutes. Now, scrolling through Facebook doesn't count. Discipline yourself to message people, not just scroll through Facebook, because you will waste your whole day away and think you're working, but you're not. Now, if you are you committed to training? Are you committed to the corporate training that we have? Are you committed to our trainings that we provide for you? We do this for you guys. I don't need to be on here talking all the time. This is for you. So I want to challenge you, look at your calendar. What can you realistically commit? What can you sacrifice? Maybe The Bachelor. I personally love my reality TV. Anyone that knows me, that's my vice. But what can you sacrifice to get where you want to be? Because it takes that to get there. And just like Steph always says, did we want to go do meetings after working a long day, being exhausted, and take time away from our family? No. But now we have all day, every day to do whatever we want with our kids. It's worth it. It's worth it, you guys. So kind of in closing, if you feel stuck, first of all, you be proactive and try to find the solution. Try to figure it out. Try to find a YouTube, look on the team pages. You be proactive and try to find it. But if you're really at a loss and you're just kind of like, I don't know what to do, you reach out to your sponsor. You reach out to your upline. Your sponsor, your upline cannot read your mind. They don't know what's going on with you all the time. And if you're, in a place like me where we have big teams of people, it's hard to know where everyone's at all the time. You are the only one that's responsible for your business. So if you need help, reach out. Our team is so helpful. I love our team. Sideline, upline, downline. Everyone is so willing to help each other. All you have to do is ask. And I want to encourage you. It's a really incredible time to be part of Plexus. Alec Clark recently said that he thinks 2017 is really going to be our best year. And I'm thrilled. I'm honored. It's so exciting to do it with all of you guys. But just remember, all this amazing stuff is not going to change your life if you do nothing with it. So commit to it. Look at your calendar, commit, and make it happen. And I'm so excited to see what this year will hold for all of you. I'm excited to see all the promotions and the ways it's going to change your life. So I'm going to pass it along to Autumn. Love you guys. Happy New Year.
All right. And Janelle, I think we need to have a Bachelor viewing party.
Yes, we should have a Bachelor Nation party. Oh my gosh. I'm not kidding.
Bachelor Nation party, right?
Oh my gosh.
I'm all about that. That's my vice too.
Okay, I'm going to message you later and we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
It's community building.
All right, guys. Well, welcome. So excited for this new year. Everyone feels like they've got a fresh start. We've probably got some people on that are remotivated and ready to take this on and rock and roll with their business in this year to change your life, to change other people's lives, and go to the top of this company. And we want to help you. I'm going to be sharing a bit about perspective and action and some things on those two topics. First of all, you have to take care of business. And by that, I mean with your customers and your ambassadors that you're about to sign for maybe this 60-day trim up challenge, or, you're just signing up some new customers in general, you cannot sign them up and then just let them be on their own taking their products. I don't know where you're at, if you're brand new or if you've been here for a while, but that is a big no-no. So you make sure to be committed. Think of yourself as a miniature health coach, and your job is to hold these people's hands as they get started on their products. And you make sure that they know what to expect, that they have the instructions, and if they're having detox, that you have full confidence in these products. And let them know this is detox, this is a good thing, things of that nature. So I just want to make sure. And one thing we do on our team is I implemented something called new ambassador consults. And I've trained my team to do this. Some do it, some don't, but I highly, highly recommend it. And what it is when you personally sign an ambassador, sometimes we may get in lazy mode and we just may sign someone and then throw them on the team page. No, go invest in them. So what we do and what you may put to practice in your business or teach your team to do is within ideally that first 24, 48 hours, we get on the phone with them, or actually we get on a Zoom with them. And, I take them quickly through all the products. It takes about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. I have it written out so people that, need help in explaining the products can just simply read it. But here's the thing. People are joining Plexus and all they know about is the triplex. And then when they decide for whatever reason that they don't want to be on the triplex anymore, then they go. And they're missing out. They're missing out on children's vitamins that they don't even know exist. They're missing out on an amazing vitamin that they could be taking, or Plexus Nerve that their aunt could be taking because she has nerve problems. So I think it's really important that we show every ambassador that you sign these products, okay, because they need to know what they are, and not everybody's going to go looking at their own website and the products and understand what they are. So take a couple minutes to explain that. I quickly show them a quick tour around their back office. They don't have to know much unless they're working the business right out of the bat. But, quickly just show them about their PV, how they can get paid on their own account, on themselves, on their own products. And then lastly is where I come in and I tell them about this opportunity and ask them, are you interested in getting your products for free? We have lots of people that can do that. It's very easy to do here in Plexus, or you can go on to make a supplemental income from home, or even go on to retire your husband. Which one of those sounds good to you? And lots of times people will say, oh, I'd love to get my products for free. And then guess what that means? That means you start getting them sharing. And then they get to start seeing others being helped. And then you have yourself a growing team. But it all starts with you pouring into your ambassadors. So take time with each person that you sign up. There is sacrifices in this. If you take this as a serious job, then you will treat every ambassador as a potential, as a key to unlock the next rank for you. So you have to pour into them, educate them, care about them, love on them, and help them in this journey. The other thing is perspective, okay? So I want to encourage you to gather some new thinking this year. Go for those no's. Dive into your biggest fears. The best of the best. Go for the thing that they're most fearful of. I personally could talk to my people I know in my life all day long and have no fear. For me, I'm more fearful of talking to complete strangers. So guess what I've been doing? I've been trying to open my mouth and talk to, the grocery store clerk or whoever, I'm just diving right in because I want to grow and I want to go to the top, diamond, double diamond. Okay, so you have to figure out what those fears are and tackle them head on. Next thing is take chances. I mean, that kind of goes with fears, but I mean, you're going to get rejection. Be ready for it. That's what comes in this business. You can't go anywhere unless you get rejection. A new routine. Find a routine, like Janelle was saying, that fits into your schedule daily. If we have people working full-time jobs, we have, moms of 7 and, people just super, super busy. They have life, right? But this business you can do in the nooks and crannies of your day, but you have to make time for it. So figure out a routine. Wake up, check your messages or reach out to your people right away. Whatever it is, but take it seriously and be committed daily. The work you do, as they say, the work you do today, you'll reap that harvest in the next 90 days. So if you're not doing your work, then gosh, you're pushing that rank off way, way out there, because you got to do your work now. So that rank's coming up here closer. New habits. Okay. I mean, all together, just look at your life, get schedule, get new habits, new routine, and really, I just encourage you to dive into those fearful things in your life and business. Now, I want to talk a bit more about action, but in a different way. So I want to talk about, obviously, we have multiple ways to share Plexus, and that is your goal. Your goal is to not just share Plexus on Facebook. That's great. That's one of the ways we share, but way. So you've got to be talking to friends in person, make time with a girlfriend, go to dinner and catch up with her and bond and build that relationship. And then guess what? Plexus is going to come more naturally with that person when talking about that, when you build that relationship. You're going to want to do Zoom meetings with potentials, do opportunity meetings online, do webinars, whatever it takes. You've got family and friends all over the US. You have to find a way to reach them. So the internet is here. It's right at your fingertips. Go use it. And what else here? Live events, obviously, sip and sees, go do your own sip and sees. Go offer to do sip and sees for your team. Help them grow to become a leader and be able to do their own sip and sees. Let's see, I got my notes here. And then make sure that when you are adding ambassadors, that you are not prejudging, that you are putting them on the team pages. I don't know if you guys know, but Melissa Eichenhorst actually brought this up not too long ago. And maybe you don't know, but she is here in this company because somebody added her to their team page. And if they would have asked her if she wanted to be added to the team page, she would have said no. And then she wouldn't be here in Plexus. And then she wouldn't be a diamond. So you don't really ask people. You tell people, I'm going to be adding you to our team page. It'll be awesome. We're going to be here to support you. Or you just add them and welcome them. Okay? Do not prejudge. You are shooting yourself in the foot if you start prejudging on people. I can tell you, 22 months later, that people I would have never guessed would want to do this business are wanting to do it. And people that I would have thought would have been complete rock stars, they don't want to do it. So you cannot prejudge. Make sure you're attending trainings, as Janelle said. Pour into your teams, guys. Make it a point. I'm making it a point this month to really stop and connect with my, levels 1 through 3. And that a lot of times means a phone call, just building that relationship and connecting and understanding their goals and what they want to achieve this year so I can support them. So make sure to fit time in your schedule for that too. And then lastly, I want to talk about you growing your friends list. This has been big for me, and it's kind of been a little theme for me in the last couple months, but that's because I am continuing to grow my team because I am continuing to grow my Facebook friends list. So your goal should be to get every single person in your life back from when you were even in elementary school as a friend on Facebook, for everyone that is on Facebook. Facebook is my main office, my main place of business where I keep track of people. I have a side list, of course, of people that aren't on Facebook, but Facebook makes it so easy because as I post or as I message them to catch up or as I invite them to Plexus 101s, it's also easily done there. Just a couple months back, I realized at an old job I worked at a spa out here in California, I had a huge group of girls that I worked with, and I realized I don't have any of them on Facebook. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, some of them would be so fun to do Plexus with, and I could totally see them actually being really successful. So I friended them and I messaged them, and sure enough, 3 of them have now joined me in this journey. And that's only because I was thinking of who I have not added on Facebook. I've got my parents' old friends that we used to play with their kids. I have got all sorts of people, old church friends back when I was super young. So with everyone in your life, you have been networking your whole life since you were a child, playing with those neighborhood friends all the way through college and work and school and neighbors and church. So you need to think about who is not on your list. So many more people can be helped. So many more people can join your team. And so be thinking about that. Well, I think that includes my portion. I am so excited for this year. I feel like we are going to have just crazy, amazing rank advancements everywhere all year long. We've got Ruby Retreat. Melissa Eichenhorst is getting ready to officially announce all the details on a Ruby Retreat that she's doing in April. We've got convention points have already started, guys. So signing ambassadors with welcome packs is a must. Any customers that you're signing, it's like I think 50 PV or more, Steph, right? 50 PV or more. You get convention points, and you can earn some amazing stuff for convention, attend winner's dinner, and all sorts of fun stuff. So with that said, I wish you all an amazing 2017, and I will pass it on over to Stephanie.
Awesome. Thank you, Autumn. I loved it. Okay. I am closing us out for tonight, and I want to ask you guys, what would you say if I asked you what one thing that you think Janelle, Autumn, and I have in common that got us to a dual rank in Plexus? Like, what would you say? Think about that for a second. Would you say it's our intelligence, our influence, having a great circle of friends before Plexus, a good support system at home, maybe luck or talent? Think about it. What would you say? I'm seeing people saying hustle, work ethic, commitment, definitive research. I'm talking about Harvard, the longest Harvard study ever, and published psychologists, one that received an award called the Genius Award. They have definitive research that shows that the single attribute that is a reliable predictor of achievement for any realm, no matter what it is grit. From cadets going to West Point, to children in the classroom, from Olympic athletes and swimmers, to salespeople and entrepreneurs, the one thing that determines the likelihood of success versus failure is the person's level of grit. So that's what I want to chat with you guys about tonight. And I just want to make sure, sorry, real quick. I don't know why it's still stuck on. Anyway, hopefully it's recording right. I just realized. Okay, but what I'm going to chat with you guys tonight about is grit. So what the heck is grit? Grit is passion and perseverance for a very, very long-term goal. So I'm not talking about your monthly goals, but your lifelong, long-term goals. It's passion and perseverance. It's stamina. It is sticking with the future that you have in mind day in and day out for not for weeks and not for months, but for years and years and years until that future becomes your reality. That is what grit is. It's truly living your life as a marathon and not a sprint. So if grit is the single most important attribute that you have to have in order to succeed, then I'm sure you all would love to know how you develop grit. Well, like Janelle mentioned, 2016 was not the easiest year for a lot of people. And I would put myself on that list, especially with all of the craziness that happened with the back office and all of that stuff. It was not easy. But you know, the really cool thing about not having a fun year is that you had an opportunity to grow your grit. So facing adversity is one of the coolest ways that you can really grow in your determination and your grit. So the fact that you are still here a year later, if you were around then, or the fact that you started maybe a month ago and you haven't quit yet, you're growing your grit every single month that you stick it out, that you get no's, and that you're not where you want to be, and you're still moving forward and you're still working towards that. So I'm going to share with you guys a couple of practical ways to grow your grit. First of all, to find your passion. Find what truly makes you passionate within this business. And guys, I never thought that I would be really excited about multivitamins, to be quite honest with you. But I've discovered for myself that what I am passionate about is helping people gain financial freedom. That is what drives me, helping other people to get out of debt. And really, if you want to nail it down personally for me, what drives me is seeing other mommies being able to stay home with their kids. So you have to find what makes you passionate in your business. And it doesn't have to necessarily be the pink drink that you're super passionate about. And it doesn't have to be your own personal health transformation, though that could make you passionate. But find what it is within this business that makes you passionate. And what is passion? It's an intense desire or enthusiasm for something. So when you find yourself getting obsessed and really excited and really worked up, an intense desire or enthusiasm for something, that is what you need to keep in mind. That is like the nail on the head. That means you're in the right place, you're headed in the right direction, and you have to use that passion and let it drive you, especially in the mundane daily things. Like Autumn said, and like Janelle said, you have to do the work, but that passion is going to fuel you in doing that for not days, not weeks, not months, but years. So you've got to get obsessed and excited and passionate about it. The next practical thing that you can do to develop your grit is to choose to change your lens when it comes to adversity. So I kind of touched on this already with 2016, but anytime you face adversity, that could be on a daily basis, from hearing a no, or feeling like, you met somebody in person and you let that chance slip by, or you didn't let that chance slip by. You talked to them, but you just blabbed and blabbed and blabbed, and you didn't feel prepared, whatever it was. When you face that adversity, you have to choose to change your lens. Instead of seeing that as a setback or a failure, you need to choose to see it as a chance to learn and grow, to test your strength, to find new solutions. And a great way to focus on changing your lens is to learn a little bit about growth mindset versus fixed mindset. So I'm going to share my screen with you really quickly. I'm hoping this will work. Okay, hopefully you guys can all see this. It's really just a simple little chart, and it talks about, it shows you the differences between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. And there's I think she's a psychologist named Carol Dweck, which you can look her up and dig deeper into this. But I think just the fact that you can be aware that this is research and this is reality and this is truth, that most of us as human beings are really drawn toward a fixed mindset because it's comfortable and safe, and our brain says, okay, I'm here to keep you alive and safe. So when we stay on this fixed mindset side, then it's safe, and I know what to expect. So we are constantly having to push ourselves to stay on the other side of the chart in the growth mindset. So you can see the different ways that you think about, the ways that you think when it comes to skills, challenges, effort, feedback, setbacks. You guys can look at this. I'm not going to read it all to you, but just for example, let's say when it comes to effort, somebody with a fixed mindset, which we all tend to lean towards, is that effort is unnecessary or something you do when you're not good enough. So let's say that we can apply that to like sales, because we are in sales, even though we all love to say, oh, we're not selling, we're sharing, which is true, but we do have to hone our sales skills. And so if your mind tends to flow towards this side and say, well, I don't know how to sell, so I'm not going to attempt to learn how to sell because that's something you do when you're not good enough. And I don't want to look like a fool, and I don't want to have to try to learn something new because I might not be good at it. So I'm just going to stay over here and not learn it. Whereas somebody with a growth mindset realizes that effort and learning something new is essential, and it's a path to mastery. So it's a great little graphic there. I can throw it up probably in the team page for you guys. I don't want to spend too much time there, but just know that growth mindset versus fixed mindset is a thing, and you can dig deeper into that. And it's a really great way to get you on a path to increasing your grittiness. And finally, my last tip comes directly from the psychologist that I mentioned before that was awarded the Genius Award for her research in all of this. And one of her biggest tips on growing your grit is practice. So practice, practice, practice. I'm sure you guys have probably heard us mention before, or somewhere else you've heard it mentioned, the 10,000 hour rule, that it takes 10,000 hours of deliberate practice of anything to gain mastery. And so when you practice, you switch your mindset from seeing a failed attempt as failure, and you shift it to, oh, that was just practice. I'm logging my hours. I'm getting, one more of those 10,000 hours I need to become a master at this. When you're practicing, and guys, practice is not, it's not a glitzy and glamorous thing. It's not like the big deal, like at the end of the end of your journey, hopefully not the end, but at some point in your journey, I want you to be on stage and receiving, one of those big giant checks at convention or something like that. And that's all glamorous and awesome, but you're going to get there by the hours of practice that you log, by the hours of talking to people and sucking at it and getting a little bit better every single time. So maintaining hope through all of that is so vital. And hope is not like a wishy-washy, touchy-feely, like, oh, I'm just going to hope. I'm going to lean on my hope. Hope comes from a place of you knowing that you can and you will do better next time because you're refusing to give up. And that is grit. So maintaining hope because you know that you can and you will do better next time because you refuse to give up. And then finally, giving yourself time. All of those 10,000 hours, all of that practice takes time. So the fact that, yes, some people in Plexus, have skyrocketed and get to jewel status in a year, that's true, and that happens, and that's awesome. And you can do that if you choose to put in the effort. And it takes a lot of effort to do it that quickly. But regardless, you have to know deep down that you're here for the long haul, that it's going to be years and years and years. And even if it takes you 4 or 5 or 6 years to get to Emerald, it's worth it. And in 4, 5, or 6 years at your current job, would you possibly have the amount of growth potential that you have in Plexus? And I can almost guarantee you that none of us do. And sitting at, our normal job that you were told to get, or that you got because you needed to, or even if you love it, I can almost guarantee that nobody else on this Zoom meeting tonight has the opportunity to go from where you're at today, increasing your pay by multiple 6 figures within a year or 4 years or 6 years. So no matter what, it is worth it to put in that time, to log those hours, and to keep pressing on. So as we go forth into 2017, that is my challenge to you, that you would look for opportunities within this next year to grow your grit, and that you would take a minute to really reflect on 2016, and kind of like Janelle had you take responsibility for something, to ask yourself, what am I personally responsible for in 2016? Reflect on that reflect on 2016 and say, what was hard? What really stinking sucked? And how can I learn from that and use that to propel me forward into 2017? And then as challenges come up in 2017, I really want you guys to change that lens and maintain that growth mindset and look for ways to use those challenges to grow you and challenge you and just make you even better, because by the end of this year, you're going to be a whole year wiser and more awesome. So that is my wish for you, that 2017 would be super duper gritty. So that is my last comment. Autumn, do you have anything else to share?
I don't so much. I will say this, that, it's all in your perspective. And if you have, something that kind of rocks your world in this business, you've got to look at it as a positive and as a growing experience.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was, back when I was gold, I think I just turned gold, and I had one of my good friends that she was ready to run with me in Plexus. She had just won silver, and just out of nowhere, she decided she wasn't going to do this and she was done, and there was nothing I could do. But I looked at that as like, wow, like I'm just pressing on, and I'm going to get to share this with my team one day and encourage them because of this experience.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, you just move on and you grow and you get to Emerald anyway. So that's how it works.
Totally.
All right. Did we lose Stephanie?
I think we're good.
There you are.
Yeah. And Janelle had to jump off for gymnastics, so I think we'll wish you
all right, guys,
and see you on the next training.
Happy 2017.
Yes.
Let's go to Hawaii.
Woo. Yeah.